What's up, YouTube fam? It's your boy Jason. We hopping back on with another vid. Got the homie Lucas over here, and we got some stuff to update the stereo system in the Subaru, because all you guys know, the stock system leaves a lot to be desired. So we got an IDOING head unit, some new kicker speakers, stuff to set up the amp. Amp's in the trunk. I didn't bring it out for the little video, but you'll see it here shortly. Hope you guys are doing great, doing wonderful. Let's get started. Okay, starting with the door speakers. First thing you gotta do, this guy right here, pop that out with the little flat head. Then it's a Phillips head. Same thing down there, pop out the little cover, Phillips head. And then get your little pry tool. And I'm assuming we're gonna have to pop this off first to get to this. So give me just a second, we'll be back.
Homeless?
Okay, so I lied to you guys. There's a screw there, there's a screw in here. You gotta pop this guy up. Then there's two more screws. Then it should come off. So let's get that done. Okay, so once that piece is out, you have these two connectors. You push in on this guy right there. You push in, pull. Same thing there. Okay, so now that we have access to the speaker, and Oliver screaming in the background, what we need to do, I already did it. So unhook this guy from there, tuck it up out your way. Now you can remove the screws and take out the speaker. Okay, I'm no professional, but based off of what Lucas and I have seen, we should be able to remove these screws that already started and run around to free the old speaker out of this casing, put the new speaker in, put it back. I don't know, let's see. Okay, so they do line up, kinda. Tell you what you're gonna do now.
Wide guy goes to wide guy. Thin guy goes to thin guy. And then you can just feed your wires through that gap in the factory ring and set your speaker in there, and you should have 3 screw holes that line up.
Bam! Look at that. Alright, now let's put some screws back in there. Okay, speaker 1 assembled. We even took the time to cut off the little foam off the old dude, put a little dab of the Gorilla Glue on there, and basically we're going to go back in there like factory. That's the hope and the goal. So let's get this one thrown back in there so we can knock out the other 3. New speaker installed. Number 1 thing, do not forget, because my dumbass probably would, plug it back in. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we got the driver's side door done. Tested it. Can't play the music obviously, because you know, the boy trying to eventually get monetized one day, other than just the shopping stuff. But anyway, we on to the passengers. We're on to the front passenger side now. So again, it's literally the same thing as that side, just the opposite. Screw, screw, pop this loose, 2 more screws, pop the panel off. Let's get to it. Okay, on this one, we'll show you what we did exactly. See, it's a bunch of screws. Just gotta take them out. And that last screw for the old plug for the speaker. Voila! Now it's out. Now we put the new speaker in there. 50% done with the speakers. Fronts are done. Moving on to the first back door. I'm assuming it's going to be the same. Screw, screw, pop this loose, 2 more screws, pop the panel off. Let's get to it. Yeah, I will. First rear door speaker is out. It looks like the little setup it holds it's a wee bit different, but hopefully everything will just bolt right back in like it had before. But again, like I said, screw, screw, pop that off, pop the panels out, pop that off. And it's not that difficult. Going pretty quickly, going smoothly. I shouldn't have said that because something's going to up now. Hey, we are now 75% done because that is finished. We're going to move on over to the last door speaker. And then we're going to put that IDOING head unit in. We're moving right along. Hope you guys are enjoying. If you are, go ahead and smash that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, help your boy out. We slowly growing, but we're doing it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, all 4 door speakers have been replaced. Now it's time to move on to the head unit. First thing you're going to want to do, you got to pop this dude off, and then there's 4 screws to hold the radio in. So we're going to get that done. Like so. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's put some light on this shit. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4 screws, and the head unit will come out. Okay, with those 4 screws removed, you can simply slide out the factory head unit, and you'll unplug everything that's back here. Like so. Now let's go to the bench and unbox the IDOING. Oh, it might work. Yeah. Ooh. Instructions. Everything pre-labeled. Very nice. They'll even come with the damn pry bar in there, little plastic pry bar. The moment of truth. Bam! Brand new IDOING. Let's go. Forgot to film it, but you gotta take your vents out, and what we did was pry very gently on the top or the bottom, either way, and then you're able to angle it out. Makes sense? If you're watching this video, you're probably mechanically inclined enough to figure that out. What I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna clean it. It's dusty. Okay, so we got everything in the head unit ready to go into the car. Got the stuff for the subs hooked up, stuff to connect back to the factory stuff. And put the little Wi-Fi dudes on there just so we can update it if need be. Other than that, that's all we're using out of this kit. I mean, it comes with everything. It comes with a way to hook up a separate mic, like that. Freaking, I guess Wi-Fi, SD card. We're not using none of that. We're just getting it where we can run the speakers and the sub. That's the goal. That's where we're at now. Got the sub control wire, the subwoofer signal wire. I'll figure it out one day. That's in there. Now we're on to the not so fun task. Let me hop over here. There's our single 12. Picked that up from my boy Brandon. Single Pioneer 12, 2500 watt amp. It's only gonna be running 500 watts because it's a 4 ohm sub. Like I said, I don't need nothing crazy. Just a little thump in the trunk. Okay, so what we did, we got our RC cables for the amp that plugs into the head unit there. Fished them under the dash and around under this plate. Then as you can see, we ran through here, under this. This thing was a pain in the ass. Come back here, fished it here, and then put it on the opposite side of the seat bracket so, you know, it don't get pinched or anything. And that's the fuel pump relay wire, by the way. You saw that in the other video. But yeah, that's where we're at now. The sub will go back here, obviously. But we're getting it done. Thank God for Lucas. He's helping me out when I get stuck. So I appreciate the hell out of that. So just keep watching. Blinding myself. Okay, we are done with that side. I showed you how we ran the wire down and into the trunk. Now we're running the power wire. So we'll run down this side of the car. We're taking it, we're feeding it back behind here, down the fender and into the grommet to get back in the cabin to head to the trunk. And then we're gonna slide this over the top of it to help protect it. That's where we're at right now. So hey Lucas, alright, checking back in with you guys. Got our power wire chilling right here. We'll put our fuse in, then we'll connect it to the battery. It runs back behind this guy, down the fender well, or down the fender, I guess. Fits in perfectly right there. Comes in, goes all the way back to the trunk. Next step is the head unit. As you see, Lucas has got it. Our next steps will be to get this in, feed the sub signal wire down here, under there, and we'll follow along the same path as the amp. We getting there, slowly but surely, but we getting there. Okay, so we got this test fitted in here. It looks super good. Makes the interior feel much more modern. I love it. Can't wait to actually check it out here in just a minute. We have gotten all the panels back in. All the wires are ran to the trunk. Okay, as you can see, we're working in the trunk now. Got the RCA cables there, power cable, signal cable, and we're gonna figure out how we want to set the amp up in the trunk. Makes the most sense, saves the most trunk space, and then we'll start wiring this bad boy up. Okay, and everything's not in its final home. We got it hooked up to test. Got power, ground. Got it grounded to the chassis. Power, signal wire, RCA cables, amp. Got to come around to the front now. Got to splice in our fuse. Connect it to the battery. Maybe we'll be home free. I don't know, fingers crossed. All right, it's the moment of truths. Hey! We got stuff and things. See some power. Oh well, I mean, here's some stereo stuff. Let's hook up the Bluetooth real quick. Well, we just tested everything out. Couldn't play the music, obviously, because you know, copyright shit. But, dude, that's 112 hit hard as hell. What do you think, Lucas?
Yeah. Good.
Not too bad. I think I got like $600 in the whole setup.
It's not bad. It sounds good.
For $600, I'm more than impressed. And hell, $400 of it was the head unit. I got the amp and the sub from my boy Brennan for the deal. I got the Father's Day deal on the speakers from the family. Let's go. About 6 hours worth of our time because we ran all the wires, hit everything nice and tucked. Good to go. All right, now before cleanup, we gotta do the most important piece. Gotta peel off the plastic. Let's go. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, did some wire tucking, some magic. You don't see any wires, so except right here on the side. Other than that, super clean. Very impressed with the setup. Only thing left to do now is go and reprogram the steering wheel controls and a couple other small things on the radio. So let's get to it. I had to switch over to the phone because my GoPro died. I just got the car cranked up, just, you know, so the battery don't die while I'm in here playing around. I was messing with, you know, some settings and stuff. Super impressed with the IDOING. It may be one of my favorite modifications to the car, especially when it comes to like the daily driving and, you know, and the amenities to the car. It's definitely one of my favorite for sure. Now I'm gonna try to go through. I gotta find settings. Settings. Maybe not there. Steering wheel controller, maybe. Yeah. All right. And the video I was watching, simply, whatever you're going to reprogram, you just hold down. So like if we do the volume up, I should be able to hold the volume up. And then please select the function button. Hey, look at that. Turn that back down so it ain't crazy loud. Back to steering wheel controls. I'm gonna do the same thing for, you know, everything here. So I'm gonna get to that and I'll check back in with you guys. Got all of this stuff work, like volume up, volume down, mode. I just made that the home button. Skips work, all your talk features work. It's awesome. And then Apple CarPlay, dude, this is so sick. Freaking A, man. That is awesome. I got Chick-fil-A app, that's crazy. Walmart. Ah. Zoom, Pandora. Where we going? Let's hit up some old Mac Miller.
The next day.
What's up? We hopping right back in the same video as yesterday where we got the stereo and the sub all hooked up in the Subaru. It's sounding crispy and clean, better than anything that thing was making before. Like I said, the stock setup left a lot to be desired. Guess what? Your boy's desires are filled now because this thing is loud, it's got plenty of bass, super crispy sounds. The kickers in the doors are very nice, bright sounds, perfect for the mids. The sub is just enough to give you what you want. A little bit more if you turn it up. I got it turned on like 2. So, you know, just enough to keep a little thump in the trunk. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for us in today's video. I hope you've enjoyed. If you have, go ahead and smash that thumbs up button. Consider subscribing to the channel. And until next time, peace.